Do you ever wonder how you're moving your hands, how you're speaking, how you're walking to your school, and how you're watching a video and listening to the words, and how your brain is working and memorizing everything? You have more doubts in these concepts. Then watch this video completely. You're watching Farm Pretty, where learning is made simple, easy, and fun. In this video, we'll learn about the detailed explanation about nervous system. I have covered till cerebrum. So first of all, what is nervous system then? So as you can speak, walk, move your hands. So this is a master controlling system of the body. Then what are the classification of nervous system? Nervous system is mainly classified into two types, CNS and PNS. CNS is further classified into brain and spinal cord. Brain is enclosed by cranium, spinal cord is enclosed by vertebral column. PNS is further classified into somatic nervous system, autonomic nervous system, enteric nervous system. Somatic nervous system is for voluntary control, autonomic is involuntary control. So autonomic is further divided into sympathetic and parasympathetic. Sympathetic is responsible for immediate action like fight, if you want to beat something, that's parasympathetic for rest. Next we can know more detail about brain. Brain is the major organ of the central nervous system. The weight of adult human brain is about 1.3 kg. So you have more capacity to store, so just use your brain properly. So brain, it is defined as a spongy mass having yellowish white color inside and tan grain color outside. So let me ask you one question. What is protecting your brain? Do you have an answer for it? So you mostly say skull, right? Not only skull protects your brain, there are three main protective structures in your brain. They are meninges, CSF, blood-brain barrier, that is BBB. First one is meninges. Meninges has three layers, that is outer dura mater, middle archenium mater, the inner pie mater. Dura mater is the dense fibrous tissue and archenium mater is the fibrous tissue layer and pie mater is the connective tissue. Second one is the blood-brain barrier. It is a barrier for the harmful substances to enter into the brain. So it just functions like a security in front of a bank. So he won't allow any thief into the house, right? The same way here, the blood-brain barrier will not allow anyone harmful substance to enter into the brain. It only accepts the wanted things for brain. So it's a main thing that protects the brain from the bacterial infections and more on. So CSF will be explained with spinal cord. Next one is the ventricle of the brain. Brain consists of three types of ventricles, that is right and left lateral ventricle, third ventricle and fourth ventricle. Right and left ventricle is present in the right and left hemisphere of cerebrum. Then this has a sheet-shaped large chamber lying just below the corpus callosum. It is paired. So they are separated each other by thin membrane septum, that is luteum, lined by a ciliated epithelium. So followed by third ventricle. So third ventricle is just below the lateral ventricle. Third ventricle communicates with fourth ventricle through cerebral aqueduct. Fourth ventricle is a diamond-shaped cavity. It is just below the and behind the third ventricle. It extends into medulla oblongata. Next is parts of brain. Brain consists of four types, that is cerebrum, cerebellum, diencephalon, brainstem. So cerebrum has the main largest thing, and then diencephalon. Diencephalon has three types, that is thalamus, hypothalamus and epithalamus. And then brainstem. Brainstem consists of midbrain, pons, medulla oblongata. And I forgot to say about the functions of ventricle. Ventricle act as main route for CSF circulation, protect the brain from injuries or trauma, and transport essential nutrients to the brain. These are the functions of ventricles. Next we can still learn about the cerebrum. As I have already told it, it is the largest membrane. Cerebrum is the seat of intelligence. If you are more intelligent, then you have a more cerebrum in it. Okay, so cerebrum has two hemisphere, that is cerebral hemisphere. This cerebral hemisphere has four lobes each hemisphere. So these four lobes are frontal lobe, parietal lobe, temporal lobe and occipital lobe. In the small box picture you can see that clearly. So the components of cerebrum are cerebral cortex, cerebral medulla. So the cerebral cortex is also called as grey matter and cerebral medulla is also called white matter. Not only these are the components of cerebrum, there are some more, that is corpus callosum, falx cerebri, gyri and more on. So the corpus callosum is the most important thing that's present in between the cerebral hemisphere. We have already learned, right? Cerebral hemisphere has four lobes, right? So in between the cerebral hemisphere, this corpus callosum is present. So don't forget it easily. Next we can learn detail about cerebral cortex. Cerebral cortex occupies about 40% of the total weight of the brain. It is about 2 to 4 millimeter thick. But due to the presence of gyri and convolution, its surface area is increased by 3 times. So it's all consists under gyri and or convolution or consists under cerebral cortex. And it consists of billions and billions of cells arranged in cell layers. It is mainly made up of grey matter. Then what are the functions of cerebral cortex? So our conscious mind is in the cerebral cortex. So if you are consciously listening something, then cerebral cortex is active mode. And emotionals, and when you are pain, taste or something as if you are doing, cerebral cortex will be in that place. Intelligence also in cerebral cortex. So next is cerebral white matter, that is cerebral medulla. It is present in the cerebral hemisphere. It is mainly divided into three tracts, that is association tract, commissioner tract, protection tract. Commissionary tract is further divided into corpus callosum, anterior commissionary, posterior commissionary. Commissionary tract transmit nerve impulse between the two cerebral hemispheres, whereas protection tract transmit impulse between cerebrum and other parts of the CNS. As in the name, association will be associate. So if different parts are connected in the same hemisphere. So commissionary, just remember that transport the nerve impulse. That is commissioner who is transporting the nerve impulse between the two cerebral hemisphere. So always transport the thief, right? Just remember like that. So next we are going to learn about the functions of cerebrum. As we know, cerebral cortex is present inside the cerebrum. The more important functions like emotion, intelligence, which are more important, that are present in the cerebrum. And the important thing is basal ganglia is present inside the cerebrum. So basal ganglia helps in initiation, termination movement and suppress the unwanted movement. So we can learn about basal ganglia. So basal ganglia has 3 nuclei in it. The 3 are collectively called basal nuclei or basal ganguli. 2 of the basal nuclei are present in adjacent to one another, just lateral to the thalamus. One is glomerulus pallidus, closer to the thalamus, and second one is putamen and closer to the cerebral cortex, whereas they togetherly glomerulus pallidus and pitutum are referred to as lentiform nuclei. The third and last basal ganglia is the causal nuclei. Causal nuclei has head and a tail portion, which is a long coma-shaped body. They all togetherly called as corpus tandium. The functions of ganglia are they regulate, initiate and termination of motor movements. They also control subconscious movements. So cerebrum control conscious and subconscious movement. So what is subconscious movement? While in your class, your mind usually goes somewhere else and your physical appearance will be there, right? So that's what the subconscious control. They also help in your emotional behavior. So we came at the end of this video. I think you have clearly understood about the topic. So follow my channel for more information related to PharmD courses, and don't forget to subscribe my channel for more information. And see you in my next video. And then bye. Thank you for watching my channel. And you're watching from Pretty Well. Learning is made simple, easy and fun. Don't forget to subscribe my channel, and remaining videos will be uploaded very soon. So thank you so much. Bye bye.